Imagine waking up to the soft glow of the morning sun. The birds are chirping, and your home is quiet. It should be a peaceful start to the day until a sharp, stabbing pain seizes your leg. You gasp, your toes curl, your calf tightens like a twisted rope, and you're frozen in agony. For millions of seniors, this isn't just an occasional inconvenience, it's a daily battle. Leg cramps, especially in the early morning or during the night, are more than just painful. They interrupt sleep, affect your mood, and even increase the risk of falling. But here's the truth no one talks about. Most leg cramps in the elderly can be prevented naturally by starting your morning the right way. You don't need expensive medication or complicated therapies. What you need is a simple morning routine that prepares your body, supports your muscles, and awakens your circulation. And once you begin this routine consistently, you'll notice the difference: less pain, more strength, and a smoother start to your day. In this video, we'll guide you through a gentle, effective, and senior-friendly morning routine designed specifically to prevent leg cramps. Whether you're dealing with calf cramps, foot spasms, or even that uncomfortable tightness behind the knees, this is your plan. And here's the best part: it takes less than 20 minutes, can be done right at home, and requires no fancy equipment. Just your body, a bit of consistency, and a desire to start your mornings pain-free. So if you've been silently suffering, dreading that first stretch of the day, or fearing the next time your muscles suddenly lock up, stay with me. Because what you learn today can change how you feel every morning from now on. Let's dive into your new morning routine to finally say goodbye to painful leg cramps and say hello to comfort, calm, and confidence as you start your day. What causes leg cramps in seniors? Before we can prevent leg cramps, we need to understand why they happen, especially as we age. Leg cramps are sudden, involuntary muscle contractions that can last from a few seconds to several minutes. While anyone can experience them, seniors are especially vulnerable. Why? Because aging brings changes to the body that make these painful spasms more likely. Let's explore the main causes. Dehydration. As we age, our sense of thirst decreases. That means many seniors don't drink enough water, especially in the morning after hours of sleep. Without proper hydration, muscles are more likely to contract suddenly and painfully. Even mild dehydration can disrupt the delicate balance of electrolytes like potassium and sodium, which are essential for muscle function. Medication side effects. Certain medications like diuretics for high blood pressure, statins for cholesterol, or even some antidepressants can cause leg cramps as a side effect. These drugs may deplete important minerals or affect nerve muscle signaling. Mineral deficiency. A lack of magnesium, calcium, or potassium is a well-known contributor to muscle cramps. These minerals help muscles relax after contracting. When levels are low, especially in older adults with dietary restrictions or absorption issues, cramps become more frequent. Poor circulation. With age, blood circulation slows down, especially in the legs. This reduces oxygen delivery to muscles, making them more prone to fatigue and cramping, particularly after long periods of rest or inactivity, like during the night or early morning. Inactivity or improper posture. Many seniors sit or lie down for long periods, which causes muscles to stiffen. Sleeping in certain positions can also put tension on muscles or pinch nerves, triggering cramps when you stretch or move. In short, leg cramps in seniors are not just random, they're the result of real physical changes. The good news is that each of these causes can be addressed, starting with small, mindful changes to your morning routine. Up next, we'll walk you through exactly how to do that. Morning routine for prevent leg cramps. A. Hydrate the right way after waking up. One of the simplest and most powerful ways to prevent leg cramps is to start your day with proper hydration. When we sleep, we go 6 to 8 hours or even more without drinking any water. During that time, our body loses fluid through breathing and sweating, even if we don't feel it. That's why many seniors wake up slightly dehydrated, and dehydration is one of the leading causes of morning leg cramps. So what should you do? Start your day with a glass of room temperature or warm water. Cold water can sometimes shock the system, especially in older adults. Warm water, on the other hand, gently wakes up your digestive system and promotes blood flow. Add a pinch of natural sea salt or a squeeze of lemon optional. These small additions help replenish lost electrolytes, especially sodium and potassium, which are crucial for muscle relaxation and nerve function. How much should you drink? Start with about 250 to 300 milliliters, roughly one standard glass. Don't chug it down all at once. Take slow sips over a few minutes, allowing your body to absorb it gently. Bonus tip: keep a water bottle or glass next to your bed. The small habit makes it easier to hydrate right after waking up before you even leave the room. By rehydrating first thing in the morning, you give your muscles the fluid and minerals they need to function properly. It's a small step, but it sets the tone for a cramp-free day ahead. B. Gentle bed stretches to wake up your legs. After rehydrating, the next important step is to gently wake up your muscles, especially the legs. Stretching while you're still in bed helps improve circulation, reduce stiffness, and prevent sudden cramps when you stand up. You don't need to be flexible or athletic. These stretches are simple, gentle, and safe for most seniors. Start by lying on your back comfortably with your legs straight. First, stretch your toes toward the ceiling, then slowly point them downward. Repeat this 5 times. This simple movement warms up your calves and ankles, where many leg cramps begin. Next, try ankle circles. Lift one foot slightly off the bed and rotate your ankle in slow circles 5 times in each direction. Switch to the other foot. This improves joint mobility and increases blood flow. Now, bend one knee slowly toward your chest. Hold it with both hands and gently hug it for 5 seconds, then release. Repeat with the other leg. This stretch helps loosen your hips and thighs, reducing tightness from long hours of lying down. Finally, do a full body stretch. Reach your arms above your head, point your toes, and gently stretch your entire body like you're waking up every muscle. Hold for 5 seconds, then relax. Take your time. Breathe deeply as you stretch. There's no need to rush. Doing these stretches every morning takes just a few minutes, but it can make a big difference in how your legs feel throughout the day. You'll feel more balanced, flexible, and less likely to suffer painful cramps when you stand or walk. In the next section, we'll talk about how to stand up safely and continue warming up your legs after getting out of bed. C. Rise slowly and walk gently around the room. Once your body feels a little more awake from the stretches, it's time to get out of bed, but do it slowly. Many seniors experience dizziness or a sudden drop in blood pressure when rising too quickly after lying down. To avoid this, sit on the edge of the bed first. Let your feet rest flat on the floor. Take a few deep breaths and wait 10 to 15 seconds to make sure you feel steady. Once you feel balanced, gently stand up using support if needed. Place one hand on the bed frame, a wall, or a sturdy piece of furniture. There's no need to rush. The goal is safety and calm movement. Now begin to walk slowly around your room for about 1 to 2 minutes. Focus on taking gentle, even steps. This simple walking activity helps stimulate blood flow to your legs, reduces stiffness in your joints, and activates the muscles that help with balance and mobility. If you're able, try lifting your knees slightly higher with each step, as if marching in place. This helps stretch the thighs and hips further. You can also gently swing your arms to engage your upper body and improve circulation. This short walk acts as a gentle transition from rest to movement. It warms your muscles, steadies your body, and prepares you for the rest of your morning activities without the risk of sudden leg cramps. In the next section, we'll add a few light exercises to boost your muscle strength and flexibility even further. D. Simple morning exercises to strengthen your legs. Now that your body is awake and moving, it's the perfect time to add a few gentle exercises to build strength, improve flexibility, and prevent leg cramps. These movements don't require any equipment and can be done in a small space at home. Start with standing leg swings. Hold onto a chair or wall for balance. Swing one leg forward and backward gently, like a slow pendulum. Do this 10 times on each leg. This warms up your hips, thighs, and knees, increasing joint mobility. Next, try side leg raises. Stand straight and slowly lift one leg out to the side without bending your knee. Hold for a second, then lower it back down. Do this 10 times per leg. This strengthens the outer hip muscles and improves stability. Now move to gentle knee bends. Stand with your feet hip-width apart, holding onto a chair for support. Slowly bend your knees slightly, as if beginning to sit in a chair, then rise back up. Do this 5 to 10 times. It engages the thighs, knees, and calves without putting too much pressure on the joints. Finally, finish with a slow walk around the room for another minute, breathing deeply. Focus on standing tall and walking with purpose. These simple exercises take only 5 to 7 minutes, but when done daily, they build muscle strength, improve blood flow, and help prevent leg cramps from happening throughout the day. Coming up next, let's talk about the best foods to eat for breakfast to support your muscles and stop cramps before they start. Eat a mineral-rich breakfast to support your muscles. What you eat in the morning plays a big role in how your muscles feel throughout the day. A mineral-rich breakfast can help prevent leg cramps by giving your body the nutrients it needs to function properly. Focus on foods that are high in magnesium, potassium, and calcium, the 3 key minerals that support muscle relaxation and prevent cramping. Good breakfast options include a bowl of oatmeal topped with banana slices and a handful of almonds, a boiled egg with a side of whole grain toast and spinach sautéed in olive oil, a glass of low-fat milk or calcium-fortified plant-based milk, a smoothie made with yogurt, leafy greens, and berries. Avoid starting your day with only coffee or tea, especially on an empty stomach, as they may increase fluid loss and reduce mineral absorption. Eating a balanced breakfast that combines protein, healthy fats, and key minerals not only helps with cramps, but also improves energy and focus for the rest of the morning. A well-nourished body is more resistant to muscle spasms. By making these small changes to your breakfast routine, you'll take one more powerful step toward a cramp-free life. Additional tips and important reminders. While a good morning routine can do wonders for preventing leg cramps, it's important to understand that consistency is key. These habits only work if you practice them regularly. Let's review a few important reminders to help you stay on track and get the most benefit. First, listen to your body. Everyone is different, and what works well for one person might need to be adjusted for another. If any stretch or exercise feels painful or causes discomfort, stop immediately. These movements are meant to be gentle and supportive, not stressful. Second, stay consistent. Doing these habits once or twice might offer temporary relief, but long-term results only come with repetition. Aim to follow this morning routine every day, even if you start with just a few parts of it. You can gradually build up over time. Third, be mindful of your hydration throughout the entire day, not just in the morning. Dehydration builds up slowly, and drinking small amounts of water regularly is better than trying to catch up all at once. If you struggle to drink plain water, try herbal teas or infuse your water with slices of fruit. Fourth, review your medications with your doctor. If you're experiencing frequent cramps, ask if any of your prescriptions could be contributing to the issue. There may be alternatives or supplements that can help. Fifth, consider a nighttime stretch routine. While this video focuses on the morning, stretching your legs before bed can also reduce cramps that strike overnight. The same gentle stretches from this routine can be done at the end of the day as well. And finally, don't ignore warning signs. If your leg cramps are frequent, severe, or accompanied by swelling, numbness, or weakness, it's important to consult your doctor. These could be signs of circulation problems or nerve issues that require medical attention. By staying informed, staying hydrated, and sticking to your morning routine, you'll be taking control of your health in a simple but powerful way. These small daily steps can lead to bigger improvements in mobility, energy, and overall well-being. Conclusion. You've made it to the end of this video, and hopefully, you now see just how powerful a few simple morning habits can be. Let's take a moment to reflect. Imagine starting your day without the fear of sudden, painful leg cramps. Imagine standing up from bed with confidence, walking with ease, and feeling strong and steady throughout the morning. That kind of comfort isn't reserved for the lucky few. It's possible for anyone who takes small, consistent steps each day. What did we learn? We began by understanding what causes leg cramps in seniors: dehydration, mineral imbalances, medication side effects, poor circulation, and lack of movement. These are common issues, but they're also manageable. Then we moved into the solution, a gentle morning routine designed specifically to prevent leg cramps. It starts with a glass of water, simple but powerful. Then we gently wake up our muscles with bed stretches that are safe and calming. We rise slowly, taking time to steady ourselves before walking, which activates circulation and reduces stiffness. Next, we incorporate light exercises that build strength and flexibility. No gym, no equipment, just movement that matters. And finally, we fuel our body with a breakfast rich in the minerals our muscles need to stay relaxed and strong. These aren't dramatic changes. They're practical, doable, and tailored to support your body as it ages gracefully. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, it's never too late to invest in your health, and it starts with the way you begin your day. So now, here's your challenge. Commit to this routine for the next 7 days. Try it every morning, even if just for a few minutes. Pay attention to how your legs feel. Are the cramps less frequent? Is your balance improving? Is your energy lasting longer through the day? Small steps, big difference. If this video helped you, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It may seem like a small gesture, but it tells YouTube that this video is worth showing to others who might be silently struggling just like you. And if you want more content like this, gentle guidance, senior-focused wellness tips, and routines that work, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you never miss a video. You can also share this with a friend, parent, or grandparent who might benefit. Health is better when we support each other. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope your mornings become smoother, stronger, and cramp-free. Until next time, take care and keep moving forward one step at a time.